Today's toy spot is on the DC Direct Superman Batman Enemies Among Us Series 6. Today we're going to be looking at the Man of Steel. We'll be looking at Superman. Now this is actually a very strong wave. Series 6, really good characters, really good figures in this wave. Based once again off the series Enemies Among Us, the Superman Batman series Enemies Among Us. Wasn't a bad series. Some of these Superman Batmans I find to be hit or miss, but on the back, the other figures in this particular wave, we've got Superman. We've got Batman, we've got Green Lantern, and Despero. And the read-up on Superman says, well, it includes an alternate alien head, just in case you didn't see it, advertised up at the top there. But the read-up says, the Man of Steel falls victim to the mysterious mind control that makes him think all humans are evil. Indeed. Also as well, the trade paperback is available for this comic run, if you wanted to go back and pick it up and read it. There you go. That's packaging on Superman. Let's get this opened up, and we will have ourselves a look at the Man of Steel. We're going to be looking at Superman. Stay tuned, guys. There's so much more to come. And so we've taken Superman out of package. Let's have a look at the figure. First of all, let's start once again with the display stand. I'm still not a fan. No matter how many times I see this display stand, I still do not like it. And really, really frustrating that they've got this raised edge to it. Yes, I've commented it several times. Again, my opinions haven't changed. I don't know why. This couldn't have been simply flat. Because even to put it on a regular bookcase, sometimes this wobbles because this is so elevated. Does it make any sense? It doesn't to me, but at any rate, they've included it once again with this figure. So we'll put it aside. The other accessory I guess Superman comes with is an alternate head. And we'll put that on in a second. I'll just put that aside for now. Let's have a look first at Superman. This will probably be one of my favorites. Superman figures from DC Direct. The reason for it is I love the body sculpt of this figure. It just screams Superman. It looks like he's really just going to lay into whoever is in his way. The head sculpt is nice. Give you guys a close-up of the head there. The only thing I would really fix about the head is not really so much the head, but what the head is sitting on. The neck could be a little wider, because it almost looks like he's got a really scrawny neck, and then he's got a little bit bigger of a head. The head almost looks like it doesn't belong. But it is a nice head sculpt. It's certainly nicely detailed. But I think the real sell for me, at least, is the excellent body sculpt on this figure. The cape is really nice too. It has a real good flow to it. Like I said, it's got a real powerful looking stance to it. Now let's go back and take off the alternate head here. We'll take off the accurate head, and one of the only few times I remember taking off the top area of a Superman body to put on an alternate head here. Snap it into place. Now granted, I'm putting this on. I can tell you this figure will never see this head ever on it on display. But you get an alternate alien head. Take it for what it is. Yeah. I mean, the Hugo Strange Batman was the same thing. The Batman head was so much nicer than Hugo Strange. I don't think I'd ever put that on, nor would I ever put on the alien head on this particular body. So let's put back on the Man of Steel. In the way of his articulation, Superman's got a fully articulated head, relies on a ball joint. He's got ball jointed shoulders, which this shoulder is fine. I have no problems with it all with the shoulder. You'll notice the arm sits not flush, but it certainly sits further in than this arm right here. This arm is tight. I can barely get it to move. I might have to finagle it a little bit more to get it going. But he has also got articulated elbows, with a swivel in the elbow. You can rotate the wrist. You can rotate, no articulation in the waist. It's not a big deal, but he does have articulated legs and also articulated knees. That's really it though. But I mean, to be expected with a DC Direct figure, you tend to buy it more so for the detailing than you do with the fact it's, well, it's super articulated. A great figure, really nicely colored. It's nice, vibrant, and certainly you can't go wrong with such an epic sculpt of a really a perfect looking Superman. It's not one of my favorite Supermen, but definitely it's one that you should be checking out. It's a shame, really, again, when you get this really crappy display stand, but the figure itself certainly makes up for it. It's definitely one that any Superman fan should really pick up. And you see that as quickly as I put it down. I'm telling you, man, it's not flat. This display stand needs to be flat. But at any rate, today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at DC Direct, Superman Batman Series 6, Enemies Among Us. Today we're looking at Superman, which I'm going to give him a solid 7.5. A great figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.